Just killed some shit over here at Louisville Strength and Endurance. Got my man Jordan, who just killed me on my workout. So here with Scotty, we're just gonna talk a little bit about what happened. Tell us a little bit about you, background, sports, athletics, and all that stuff, man.
Well, I started getting into working out pretty serious my senior year of high school.
Okay.
All my life I've been dealing with Crohn's disease, so growing up I struggled with always weight gain and always weight fluctuations or just always being sick. So as I got through high school, I just was starting to learn like, hey, like working out is one of them things that gets my mind off of it, makes me feel better. And I liked it, so I started turning into one of the things I did all the time. So
was you more like ectomorph body, like you're skinny, or you couldn't put on weight?
When I first got diagnosed, I was in 5th grade. I was more so like the husky kid.
Okay.
You know,
Me too.
I was about 115 or so.
Okay.
And I got real sick, and I lost like 50 pounds.
So, for people that don't know what Crohn's disease is, they thought I had that too because I had a bad stomach pain all the time, and it ended up being my spleen. But it's dealing with that's your spleen too, right, or no?
No. So what Crohn's disease deals with is your gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
Mine affects my small intestine.
Gotcha.
So, and it causes a flare-up. It keeps you from digesting certain foods like raw foods, spices, red pasted items are kind of things that kind of irritate, especially during flare-ups, carbonated drinks, whatever. I do try to, and the key word is try, keep a pretty good enough diet that, it works for me. So,
when you started working out and getting to the gym, like were you doing like bodybuilding stuff? Because the workout you just put us through was number one, probably the best shoulder workout, strength, explosive workout I've had all year. But like, was it more like a bodybuilding, more like powerlifting? You said you boxed and did some mixed martial arts and stuff.
So when I first started, it was more so just getting strength. I would say more of a bodybuilder type of workout. So
that's what I'm more familiar with.
As I got more knowledgeable in working out, I started incorporating, an explosive workouts or the HIIT or things like that.
Okay.
So I think more so now, the way I work out and or train people is to focus on circuit training.
Okay. So stations.
Stations, stations pretty the big one.
You coach, so like.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. Just for like my players and stuff, I feel like they don't understand like at a varsity level too. Guys that want to get to like the D1, I feel like a lot of guys don't take that like seriously. So like, as far as like athletes, are you a big sports guy?
Yeah, so, I keep up with college sports most of the time.
So I mean, how important is it to like talking to my athletes that like training and working out and lifting?
I'd say depending on your sport, working out is definitely key. Even if it's something like basketball, golf, something like that, you still need the strength, especially golf. Golf is a core strength sport. Lower back, arms. That's the type of thing golf is. For most of the athletes, I'd say you're not going to look like a bodybuilder if you don't want to, but you're an athlete, so your body's going to fit the mode that what you are. So I definitely say for football players, work out, do that, but make sure you recover too.
Yeah, I'm a basketball coach, so my guys think like it's not, we don't got to get in there. I can shoot, I can drive past people,
and that's fine. Basketball players can focus more on explosive exercises and resisted exercise. They don't have to do nothing
like
crazy.
You call them landmines, the ones that we were doing?
Like the landmines, that's something they can do.
That'd be good for when you're down the post or something like that, or even going up. Okay.
So I would say basketball players definitely work out, focus more on core, focus more on just overall strength. Again, you're not going to turn into a bodybuilder seeing that's not what you do. So you work out for what you do.
Especially with your type of workouts.
Yeah.
You are not going to...
I mean, I like yours too because, there were more stuff. I feel like stuff like that rather than getting in and just repping out, curls or hitting, bench. Like those ones help deal with like stuff at real life.
More compound movements too.
Movements.
Like you said, you like to incorporate something that's moving your whole body. It's like when we were doing those landmines. We were doing like a split jump and then you're exploding upwards. So you're going to hit your shoulders, you're tightening up your core, and your legs kind of like doing a split lunge, right? So I definitely like that type of workout. How long did you do mixed martial arts?
It was a short period. It was over about a year and a half,
Yeah.
almost 2 years
Okay.
type of deal.
Oh, yeah.
I did it for a while, and I had a couple fights.
Yeah.
I went 2-1.
Okay.
I was supposed to fight here, and I never did. You know, I always got to brag about that. I only got one loss. All right.
Happens, man.
So, but no, I thought it was the greatest thing.
Oh, yeah.
I got myself into because, like I told you when we was working out.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be like just the big dude. So
Right.
I needed the flexibility, in just the different forms of working out. You know, so
Man.
I definitely like it. Definitely like it.
So, yeah, it started out, you had your illness, worked through it, worked out, started fighting. Now, black owner, owned his own little gym, just murdered it in here.
As far as like nutrition wise, like that's something I struggle with too. Do you have like a diet or some type of like, you know, like just general, you know, eating habits you try to form? Because like I try to eat a lot of chicken, I feel like, and you know I don't.
That's always the
not
staples,
fried,
like, you know, a bunch of protein, then milk, carbs,
I'm
et cetera,
just
around the
bad at
workout,
like keeping
so.
up with, you know, not necessarily a diet, but just eating not bad, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say what I've done more with the clients now. I always ask them what are the things they have been eating.
Okay.
What's something that's part of their diet. I'm not a stickler, and I'm not a coach that's coaching bodybuilders and physique competitors. So I'm not going to tell, you know, one of my regular clients, hey, you need to consistently eat
Right.
8 times a day, this, that, and third. So anybody that just trying to find a normal diet, I say try to substitute the better thing for the worst thing.
Okay. What examples? Like, I know you're talking about smoothies and stuff earlier, too.
Yeah,
Juices, which y'all do here.
More smoothies and juices to your diet, especially in the mornings when you
Okay.
get up. You kind of don't want to eat something too solid for breakfast. But the aim in the morning is always the aim for at least 20 to 30 grams of protein in the morning. Some things you can do with your diet is, for the clients, I always try to make sure they know their macros. So
Okay.
I
So
go
you do
through
the-
and make sure certain things have this much fat, carbs,
Throw you some
protein.
curveballs. Like, I do fasting.
Okay.
So I do intermittent fasting from like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So like I don't do the traditional. So whenever I break my fast at like 11:30, would you recommend more carbs to hold me over throughout the day, or still staying like really high in proteins for like your first meal? Whenever I initially break that fast,
It's at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
So you're going 8 hours without eating?
I'm going 8 hours is my eating window. From 7 at night until 11 the next day in the morning, I'm not
okay.
eating.
Oh,
So whenever I break my fast at 11 a.m., what would you? I mean, smoothie be all right, or keep
I'd
it-
say a smoothie would be fine.
Good.
I wouldn't overdo it with anything too crazy. Definitely make sure you get your protein in when you do that.
Because one thing that I've noticed is like, I'll break my fast and generally I'll eat something that's pretty high in carbs to hold me over, but then I just feel bloated throughout the day and don't feel too good.
Because you're probably eating too many carbs.
Too many carbs?
in
Okay.
that same sitting.
I got you.
Especially after you just got through fasting.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like a moderation thing where you kind of spread them out first.
Okay.
So I wouldn't overdo it in the mornings waking up with the carbs.
Okay. So don't start out with the carbs.
Yeah, that's the same way they tell you at night, you know, you don't want to overload yourself with carbs, which is technically on the border of yay and nay.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on the person
Okay.
and how that person's body breaks down.
Because I know for like me, whenever I overdo it, carbs at nighttime, I get that big insulin dump, and then I think that may be happening to me in the afternoons too, but I'm not too sure on that.
dude, I had a parent, one of my kids that I coach, was doing the caveman diet. Have you heard that one?
Nah.
Like the paleo.
I heard
diet.
it. My cousin told me about the snake diet. I'm hearing all
No,
types
so,
of crazy
no,
shit.
so we're at the
Nah,
we're at our tournament, and I got like coaches get like 2 free items of the thing. So I get like a thing of Sour Patch Kids,
Yeah.
and he's like, "So dude, look how many carbs that is." Like, I look and it was high, and I was like, "All right." And dude goes up there, orders 2 hot dogs with no bun, and then a cup of cheese, and he's like, "Dude, as long as it's like something a caveman can eat, he's like, you lose. I've lost 50 pounds doing this." And
Yeah.
like went to the gas station and like got like pork rinds, but like apparently it's all low in carbs, so like.
Yeah, it's more like a
I mean,
keto base,
it's
essentially.
just it was just really weird. Like he was like shaming me for eating Sour Patch when he was eating.
My big thing is like
hot dogs and nacho
any
cheese.
type of diet that you do, if you abide by it and you stay on it, would you agree it's going to work? Whether it's keto, where it's low carbs, if you go all in with it, or you think some diets are better than others?
Some diets may be better than others. Keto is more your what's the word I'm looking for?
No.
High protein,
Right.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But your body's still going to need fats.
Right.
It's still going to need carbs.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a terrible diet. I've seen people that bash it, and I'm kind of like, well, it's not the most worst thing that's out there.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been worse diets like the Atkins diet,
Yeah.
or things like that. So
Awful. Sounds like an awful diet.
What do you say to me?
The Atkins diet. No, I was gonna say like for like kids and people just getting into the gym, you know, diet's it's a whole other beast. But what would y'all think would be a good starting program for them? Like, what do you do like for kids that are trying to get into the gym, or your new clients that may be a little bit overweight, something that, you know, like a basketball kid, freshman needs to put on some weight? What would you think would be like a good starting workout? Both of y'all.
I mean, like I said earlier, a lot of more like agility type stuff. I think
To build like a
one of the
base.
biggest things with like athletes too, like football guys, they like being in there because they're big, they're gonna use it.
Mhm.
But like sports, like he said, like golf and like basketball, the guys don't understand like, you know, what it takes to get to that next level. Like you'll see a guy like D2 versus a D1 guy.
Mhm.
A D1 guy's in the gym every day because you have stuff like you said, being in the post, being able to body somebody,
Mhm.
holding your ground against somebody on defense, and even stuff like we were doing, like the explosive things, like moving your feet, having that extra step on somebody. So I mean, a lot of stuff's just getting into the gym, like just getting there.
Getting
And
there.
I think that's my biggest thing too. Like I have trouble just once I'm like here, like when I go to Planet Fitness, I'm in there for 2 hours, but I gotta physically get in there. And a lot of time, like kids just don't want to be in there. Like, they rather be playing games.
I'm more of the bodybuilder, classic. I do like a push and a pull day, like I was telling you. Then like I have a recovery day because I do other activities of working out. But
yeah,
I don't want to overwhelm people with how my split is because it may be like intimidating. So like for somebody who's trying to get into the gym, what would you recommend?
I definitely say start off on, especially like older clients. I say older clients need to work on things like the TRX machines, learn how to use their own body weight.
Okay.
Because they've lost that equilibrium. You know, they've lost a lot of that balance they probably had when they was younger. So it's better for them to work on a lot of exercises that requires them to do just regular movements like squatting, sitting down. I usually use a chair. They sit in the chair, stand back up.
Okay.
You know, and just kind of gauging what kind of strength they still have in their legs, or if they're able to, you know, put their, you know, get their hands behind their head and stuff like that. So definitely a lot of flexibility too. And then with kids, I'd recommend the same thing, especially if they're under the ages of 14. I'd say they aim more for resistance and weight training instead of picking up
body
weights.
weight.
I mean, not weight training, but body weight training.
Okay, I got you.
Instead of weights.
So I got two. I got one that's more like a general statement, that something that you showed me earlier, but two, like as far as like different parts of the body, for me, and you might be able to attest this too, but like, so I was in the gym all May and all June, and it started like whenever I used to like just randomly work out, like I went by like the thing like do chest one time a week, but like I started getting in there and I do chest on Monday, and Wednesday, Thursday I want to do chest again. Like, are you supposed to like take like a certain amount of time off to let that muscle break down and rebuild, or can you hit like chest another thing Tuesday and then come back to chest Wednesday, or is that like defeating the purpose?
I think that's subjective. What do you think?
Is it?
What do you do?
So like on Tuesdays I'll have my push day, and then Thursdays I'll have my pull day, and then Sundays, so like it'll be 4 or 5 days in between, I may hit chest again. I think it depends on the person, because like if you're brand new and you're eating healthy, your body's going to recover a lot better, and your muscles are going to want to grow.
Right.
So you're going to be thriving to get more weight on there because, hey, I've never done this before. This feels good. Let me get back in there. I don't think that there is a bad or good way. I just think you got to listen to your body on that.
I'd say the same thing. Like you just said, it just kind of depends on how your body recovers. Me, if I was doing a split like that, I'd at least give myself 2 days at least to do another body part. Okay. But I also do full body a lot more than just one body part sometimes. So I might hit that body part at least 3 times out the week. Okay. So I at least give myself a day. Okay. Like I give myself Wednesday to take a break. And then I go back at it Thursday and Friday, and I may pick a weekend day, just depends how I feel. So
my other thing too was something that, like back whenever I was more self-conscious being in the gym, like this was probably high school, college days, like you know, I didn't like being in there by myself. One, because I didn't know everything I was supposed to do, but two,
Gotcha,
I just
bro.
didn't like people
bro.
like being able to see like what I was doing. But now like I'm super comfortable. But one of the things that even you said in there, I tell myself a lot of times, don't like pay attention to what other people like see or think. Like, so I'll lift with like him.
Yeah.
And you're good at like not trying to lift too much weight.
Yeah.
But for me, like when I'm lifting with some people, like it's a
pride.
It's a
Yeah,
pride
it's a pride
competition thing.
Look at all
Not
this
saying
weight. Look
they-
at all this muscle.
Yeah, so like for me, like even in there, tell me I can do a push up on my knees because we were working on the motion.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's good. Like so that's one thing. Like it wasn't really a question, but just to point out
For
that
sure.
you said it.
He's
like
really
for
good
new
about
people
that.
that are
Notice
doing that
that.
too. Like that was one of my biggest things is not worrying about what other people think. Like I used to lift with my dad and we do bench.
Mm-hmm.
My dad he's in there all the time, so he's doing a 45 and a 35 on there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hi, I'll throw a 45 and a 10. He's like, just do what you can. I'm hitting
For
2
sure.
or 3 times. Whenever I could drop down to 35 and hit it 10 times.
For
You know?
sure,
So
yeah.
that's important. I think that helps build muscle a lot more than trying to do something that you can't.
No, don't ever
Or
try to
mess
make
up
it
form.
a competitive thing.
There's
I've
competition
had,
for stuff
I have,
like that.
I've had a bunch of people work out with me that either weren't my strength or were stronger than me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to go trying to keep up with you because I'm not going to hurt myself to
Right.
do that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's the one thing. And then two, I mean, you can't let outside forces dictate what you
For
aim
sure.
for because you got a goal that you're trying to get.
Exactly.
So they're not going to bust their ass and get to work like you will. So.
And it messes like with form too. Like on that push up,
Mhm.
like I mean, you fixing my hand, like I could feel the difference. But like,
Oh, yeah.
if I would have tried to do a regular push up like with my hand in, I'm not getting the same effect
Mhm.
if I had it out. And like
you're
just
putting too much
yeah,
pressure
so
on.
Just
you're
make
putting
sure
too
you
much
are
pressure
doing
on-
the
Tendon.
on
the
tendons.
actual right, correct movements instead of doing weight. Like that's one thing.
Keep
I've learned.
correct form.
Yeah, that's
Keep
what that's
correct
like my
form.
biggest thing. Like whenever, for instance, like
Preaching.
I was doing a chest workout the other day, and I was laying on my back and just kind of bringing it out,
flies.
some flies,
Yeah.
dumbbell flies, and I was laying down and like I was trying to do like 25 or 30s. I dropped down to 10 and did them super slow, and my
Felt
chest
it.
was like freaking vibrating, and I was
That's
like,
the way, man.
it was way better like than doing those correctly than doing 25.
Hit the technique first, the
repping
muscles
it
will
out.
come.
You have your
I thought it
muscles
might
under
be cool
tension.
too if you did like a little tour so people
sure.
could see. So
I'll do that on. We'll do that on one of our IGs.
okay,
Go for it.
gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah, we're here a little strength and endurance. What's your IG and stuff?
My IG right now, because it may change. Okay. I messed up by changing it anyway, but it's 91_JRDVN.
Okay.
Later though, the 91 may be changed to light, so just look out for the change, okay?
Something like that.
So
I'm DT, the vlogger kid.
AJ Stotts, aka
So-
Mr. Nice.
He's alright. So yeah, that's the social media stuff. And then what's the address so they can come work out here?
uh,
I got a bunch
so
of people at work.
for all my
He said-
people here in the city,
Louisville,
even across the bridge,
L's.
we are here on
Hoosiers.
1017 East Broadway, 40204, Louisville, Kentucky.
That's right.
If you ever need anything, come holler at your boy.
We'll do. That's it. Nice.